Day 303 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 90, subsets 2. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry because we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description and get you some. Now let's see what the question says. Question says, given an integer array nums that may contain duplicates, return all possible subsets to power set. The solution set must not contain duplicate subsets. Return the solution in any order. All right, y'all. Sounds simple enough, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples so we can make sure that we're doing this problem correctly. Now, if you've been following along with this channel, you would know we did the first version of subsets. We did subsets 1 2 days ago on day 301, I believe. So if you missed that question, go ahead and check that question out as well to get a better understanding of what we're doing here. But first thing we need to do is we need to look at the definition of a subset. So it says a subset of an array is a selection of elements, possibly none, of the array. So let's go ahead and look at these examples so we can see all of the subsets that they created from the array that they gave us. So in example 1, we have input nums equals an array of integers 1, 2, and 2. The output is a 2D array of integers, first one being a blank array, second array being 1, third array being 1 and 2, next array being 1, 2, and 2, the next array being 2, and the last array being 2, 2. So as you can see, all of these arrays are different. All of these arrays inside of this initial array are different subsets or different combinations of these integers right here in the input array. So what we want to do is we want to be able to find every possible combination that we can create using these integers that they've given us in the input, right? So as you can see, each one of these arrays now here is a different combination of these elements in the input, and we want to find all of the possible combinations or subsets that we can create with these integers that they give us in the input. Now it's important to understand that these twos, we cannot use any duplicate subsets, right? It says right here, the solution set must not contain any duplicate subsets. So even though there's two twos, we're not going to put two, like this two is not going to have its own subset, and this two does not count as its own subset. As you can see, there's only one subset of just a single two, right? We're not doing two subsets with just 2 as the integer, right? Because we don't want any duplicates. If we did it for both 2's, then that would include duplicates. We don't want duplicates. So just remember, we only have to do, even though there's two 2's, we only have to do the subset of 2 with just 1 2 just once. Same here, right? Or same here with the 1 2. We're not just doing this 1 2 and then doing this. We're not doing a 1 and this 2 and then a 1 and this 2. When that's not two different subsets, that counts as the same subset in this problem. So that's important to understand when we're writing our code. Now let's go and look at example 2. Example 2 is a little bit easier. This time with input nums equals an array of integers. That integer is just 0. The output is a 2D array of integers, the first array being a blank array, and the next array being just an array of 0 with 0, because that's the only element up here. Another thing that's important to understand is that we need to include these blank arrays in our output, right? It says a subset of an array is a selection of elements, possibly none, right? Keyword possibly none. So that's just important to understand when we're writing our code as well, because we need to include this blank array. Now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, the actual code. Code's not that difficult at all. Now, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to be using a set to store the subsets, and this is going to ensure that we don't include duplicate subsets. So in order to do that, we're going to declare a variable ands, set that equal to set. Now this set is going to remove any duplicates for us. So ands is going to be a set of an array of integers. So a set less than, square bracket, put the n inside, come outside of that, square bracket, put the greater than sign, and initialize it with 2 parentheses like that. So once again, this is going to be a set of array of integers, right? And the set is going to remove the duplicates, and the array of integers is going to be our different subsets that we create. Boom. Now we're going to come right here, and we need a temporary list to store the current subset combination that we're working on. So to do that, we could just declare a variable and call it comb, set that equal to an array of integers, put the parentheses outside like that. Boom. Now, first thing we need to do before we move further is we need to create a function that's going to generate all of the subsets for us. So in order to do that, we could come right here outside of this main function, and we could create another function. We could call it func. We could say func, call it subset, open up the parentheses. We're going to say underscore nums colon. It's going to be square brackets and inside, so it's going to be an array of integers. Come outside of that, we're going to say comma, underscore index, colon. That's going to be an integer, comma. Then we're going to say underscore comb. That's going to be, then colon, that's going to be an in out. In out, then it's going to be an array, an in out array of integers like that. So say in out square bracket, in inside. Come outside those square brackets. Still inside the parentheses, we're going to say comma. Then we're going to say underscore ands, colon. That's going to be in out as well. And that is going to be a set. So set less than square bracket integers greater than, and come outside the square brackets greater than, like we did up here. Boom, just without the parentheses. Boom. Then we're going to come outside of those parentheses, and we're going to open up our brackets. And now let's get started creating the function. Now the first thing we need is we need a base case for when the index reaches the end of the array, we can add the current combination to the set. So in order to do that, we could just say if index is greater than or equal to nums.count. We're going to open up the bracket, and we're going to say ands.insert, open up the parentheses comb. So that's going to take the current combination, and it's going to insert it in this set ands that we created up here. Boom. Then we could come right here, and we could say else, open up the bracket. We're going to recursively call the excluding the current element. So in order to do that, we're going to say subset, open up the parentheses. We're going to say nums, comma, index plus 1, comma, and comb, because it remembers in and out. When we're dealing with in and outs, we have to put this and sign right here. Then we're going to say comma. Then we're going to say ands, because this is ands is in out as well. Boom. Then we are going to come right here, and now we're going to include the current element and make another recursive call. So this one excludes the current element. Now we're going to do the same thing and include the current element. So in order to do that, we're going to say comb.append, open up the parentheses, nums, square bracket, index. We're going to come underneath that, and we're going to say subset, open up the parentheses, nums, comma, index plus 1, comma, and comb, comma, and ends, just like that. And now we need to backtrack to remove the last added element to explore other possibilities. So in order to do that, we could just come right here. We could say comb.remove last, parentheses like that. Boom. And that's it for our function, our helper function that we created. So now we need to call that function, and we need to sort the input array to ensure duplicates and elements are adjacent. So in order to do that, we're going to say subset, open up the parentheses. We're going to say nums.sorted, boom, comma, or excuse me, should be nums.sorted parentheses, comma, 0, comma, and come, comma, and ands, just like that. Then we're going to come underneath that. And now we need to convert the set of unique subsets back into an array and return it. So in order to do that, we could just come right here. We could say return. Then we can say array. That's going to convert the set into an array, and we could just pass an ands like that. Now let's run it, see how it runs. Oh, couldn't get the first try. What we get? What it say? Can I find ands in scope? A and S. What do you mean can't find ands in scope? What? A and S. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now let's see. Says it can't find ands in scope. Hold on, y'all. So let's see what they mean by that. Let's see if I do it like this. Let's see what happened here. Let's see if I do it like this. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. That's a dollar sign. Should be an and. I was about to say what's going on. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Should be an and sign, not a dollar sign. And it's accepted, y'all. So let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it stays accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users with Swift. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'd like to see. Those are the numbers I like to see, y'all. So with that being said, make sure y'all get one more look at the code. One more look at the code. Read it, learn it, love it. That's the top half. That's the rest of it, the bottom. Read it, learn it, love it. Make sure you internalize it and understand everything that's going on, because if you don't understand the code, then you won't be able to apply the knowledge further down your LeetCode journey. That's why it's important to understand the code that's being written. Now, with all that being said, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.